Hi, everyone. So we all have students that need to work on their communication skills and need some visual and sometimes some auditory support in order to be successful communicators. For those kids, we need to learn how to be wise. Now, what does that mean exactly? Well, if we follow WISE, we can follow some research-based communication strategies that will help us in order to be those wise communication partners. So let's take a look. Let's see here. All right. So we got W. W is for wait. Many of our children who have communication disorders need much longer processing time, which means when you ask them a question or you make a comment, then you wait for 5, 10, or even more seconds before you either ask them again or answer your own question or make a decision for them. Make sure that you're really waiting. The next is I. I is for interpret. That means that some of our kids aren't going to communicate clearly, and that's okay. Our job as communication partners is to interpret what they do as being meaningful. For example, when you have an 11-month-old typically developing child, and that child starts going ba, 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 you interpret that and give it meaning. And you say, oh, you're asking for a bottle. Okay, let me go get you a bottle. And the more that you interpret what that child is saying, the more meaning the child starts to add to that sound. Now, in the case of a child who might be using a communication system, maybe they're touching the wrong area, or maybe they're just kind of vaguely gesturing. That's okay. We can interpret what they do and give it meaning to help shape it into something that is more formal and more symbolic. Next is S. S is for show. One of the things that we do know about most kids who have pretty complex communication needs is that they need to use their vision in order to help them communicate. Now, what that often means is that when they're using some kind of communication system, that we have to show them how to use it. They're not going to learn how to use a communication board just by having a communication board sit in front of them 6 hours a day. They're only going to learn if we are constantly showing them how to use it and how to learn this new system. Finally, we have E. E is for expand. Like any child-directed language system, we want to be expanding the child's utterances. This is a typical strategy for all children, whether they be typically developing or delayed with their communication skills. So what that means is that we're going to use overall pretty simple language, and we're going to expand what they're saying by 1. So if they're using a low-tech communication board, and they're maybe using 1-word utterances right now, then we're going to just add 1 more and make it 2-word. If they're using 0 words on it right now, we're just going to expand by using 1 word on that light-tech or mid-tech or high-tech communication system. So remember, if you want to be a good communication partner for our kiddos who have some complex communication needs, we need to be wise.